Fat fingers to zoom in again.
Yeah, you'll have to,
I nearly took the fucking edge of my finger off with a cheese grater fucking months ago, and it's never healed.
Leave with me. I'll see Eddie more tomorrow.
Sorry, Harv. Let me go back here. Sorry, man.
I guess CJ back onto the commentary now. He's busy wondering how to make money. Okay, we're back underway now, CJ. 1-9 each.
1-9 each in a cracker match here in Kildalkey. All scrambling for the ball in the middle of the field. Joycey gets there. Joycey drives in. Back to Martin Dorn. Back out there towards number 10, Podger. Podger tries around Danny Coleman. Drives the ball left-handed down there towards Gary Fleming. Lets it skip over his head towards Evan Fitzgerald, who misses that, and it goes on there to Malloy again. Malloy carries a little bit far, but drives on through the tackle to Podger. Podger still on the ball, gives it out here to free man Shawnee Heavey. Shawnee gives it on there again to Kevin McKeown. McKeown out the wing towards Paddy Parton. Patrick, lovely pick on the run. Back towards his left side, gives it back to Shawnee Heavey. Tackled by Josh Harris. Nicely played by Shawnee, the all experienced talent. Nice ball in there towards Kevin McKeown again. McKeown takes it through the 50-yard line on his left side. Has he a left side? He has, and it's a great score for Kevin after 1 minute of the second half for Kevin's first score of the game. And so ball poked out, and it's won here once again by David Keneally. Gives it down the wing towards Mark Healy. Mark tries to get around Rourke, and it's a good tussle between the two, but man so far, Shawnee McGee gathers it, gives it on there to Joey Cole. Joey, lovely strike down the wing towards Brian. Brian Dowland beats Brian, goes to Gary Kelly. Gary Kelly gets it, hooked by Joycey out there towards who have we have Paddy Parton. Carries the ball on, lovely play by Paddy Parton down the line. Turns again, keeps going. Caught it 3 times, the top of it gives to Paddy. It was blocked by Shawnee, but Arnie came a little late onto Paddy Potterton, and he gives away the free. Arnie is struggling a little bit at centre forward, Fergal.
Yeah, well, as he played a couple of intermediate cup games, and this is a very definite up in standards from those games. It's good to get game time into them, as we talked about how well the minors are doing. Of course, the minors won't be available for the county finalists, so there are still 3 or 4 or 5 spots maybe available, or 4 spots on this team for that county final, and Arnie would be hoping maybe that he might have a chance of picking up one of them.
Okay, so Conor Carney with a free from about the 70-yard line. Scored 5 already. Conor all frees. This one will put Kildalkey 2 points ahead, but it's gone wide for Kildalkey's 4th wide of the game. So score 110 for Kildalkey, 1-9 for Trim. No score for Trim yet in the second half, and there's 2.5 minutes played. Peter goes long this time down towards Joycey, but it's won there by Martin Healy. Flicks it on there to Dylan Farrell. Dylan gets it on his left side, just misses the shot with the left. Dylan's still on the ball. Is he over carrying? He goes forward, misses it again. Dylan misses it again. Ball on the ground. Who's the strongest? Shawnee Miggy steps in again on his right side. He'll turn to his stronger left. Finds the ball down there towards Joycey in the middle of the field. Joycey was going to be hooked, so he cuts back inside, gives it off there, but Arnie just doesn't get it. He's won by Martin Dorn. Martin Dorn was clipped again by Arnie. I hope he's not getting a second yellow. I think a word is sufficient here. If he gives a second yellow, Trimmer down to 14.
Yeah. I'd say that that might prompt the end of his race. He could well, shortly after picking up a yellow card, to go in and tackle like that. So he's drawing the attention of Pat Gannon straight away. So he's calling somebody from the sideline. I think it's Neely Cole is going into Pat.
So Pat calling manager Neely Cole over.
I'm not sure that's the protocol. I think the referee has to come to the manager on the sideline, isn't it?
So Conor Carney stands up to this free again, which is about the same position as Joey Cole slotted one in the first half, about 90 yards from goal. No breeze of any consequence at all. Conor stands up to it. strikes. And that one's gone straight between the posts for Kearney's 6 scored again. 1-11 to Kildalkey, 1-9 to Trim. This time Peter goes short to Yorkie, who misses it, flicks through the tackle, flicks again, very well played by Yorkie, and now he collects, skips another tackle. Yorkie's doing really well. Shawnee McGee is free, so is Dylan Farrell. Dylan's going with it. Jesus, did he overcarry it again? This time he flicks it on there to Arnie. Arnie should score from here. Arnie, wide ball, 8 wide for Trim. And there's 5 minutes gone of the second half. 1-11 to Kildalkey, 1-9 to Trim.
Yeah, just haven't got going to the same fluidity as they did in the first half, but here's a chance again.
Poor puck out from Mark McCormick, goes to Joycey. Joycey carries it through. Still Joycey goes, scores the second point of the game after coming on. Great score by Joycey, just what Trim needed at that time. Second point for Joycey after coming on. There's a sub coming on here for Kildalkey. Shawnee Heavy's gone off. Centre forward has come on. Do we know him, Fergus?
I'm not sure who it is, no.
Yeah. Out there to David Keneally, who messes the ball and handles it on the ground.
Inside the D again for the puck out. Can't do it.
David Keneally fouled the ball on the ground, so it's going to be a free in from 21 yards or 25
Blowing it
metres
himself.
from Brian Dowling.
Do you know what he's doing? He's been stubborn now.
See Rita Smith watching here from Griffin Park. Best wishes, Rita. Benny Murray, former Trim great, watching as well. Leighton Massey is watching. All Trim greats. Here's Brian Dowling to level it up. Brian,
Point check.
umpire doesn't know again, but he gives it. So that's Brian's 4th score of the game.
I think he was
2
just taking
frees,
time
2
off
from
into the
play
break.
to level it up again. 1 in the middle of the field by Mark. Brilliant play by Danny Coleman, young player. On to Joycey. Joycey's half slapped and fouled. Back here to Malloy. Malloy won't miss. Malloy gathers, gives it in towards Mikey Cole. Mikey and Gary Kelly. Ball goes through. Mikey need to be putting his hand up there. Ball goes through him. Somewhat fouled. Back to Paddy Potterton, or to McKeown. McKeown is cut out by Joey. Joey's on the left side. Can he score from there? Brilliant score by Joey. His stick work is unbelievable. Fantastic for Joey's first score from play. 3 points altogether. And that now leaves the score for Trim all of a sudden go a point ahead, 112 to 111, with a short kind of blast of up towards Shawnee McGee. Shawnee class under the ball, knocks it away from Kevin McKeown. This one goes on here to the substitute. Back on there for Conor Carney, who hits a lovely score from out on the sideline for his first score from play and his 6th point of the game to level the match up again. Quick puck out again, drops off to David Burton. David turns to his right, gives it on to Arnie. Arnie, it's a lovely ball in there. Is there anybody in there? Mikey Cole, Mark McCormick comes out. We should challenge him. He'll turn to his left. It's nicely blocked by Mikey Cole, but only out for a wide. So game very tight here with almost 8 minutes gone in the second half. Really tight game of hurling, 112 apiece. McCormick will puck out again. This game could go anyway. Mark McCormick goes long this time out towards Mark Malloy. Under his Harry Cottrell, who knocks it away again from Evan Fitzgerald. Blocked down there, back to Martin Healy. Martin on his left, hits it in there towards the full forward. Mark Healy, his brother, but Shawnee comes onto it again. He never missed the ball all night. Gives it back to Rourke, back to Peter Farrell. Should need the big clearance here. Back instead to Shawnee McGee. Shawnee will give a big clearance. Down the same line, down towards Joycey. Joycey goes with Martine Doran. 2 really experienced players. Out comes Gary Kelly, captain. Back into Martine Doran. Martine will clear his lines. Way down the field there towards Shawnee again. If I was them, I'd be keeping the ball away from Shawnee. Ball there towards Mark Healy. Brilliant little touch by Danny Coleman. Takes it off Kevin McKeown. Back towards, but Dylan Farrell will break through. Dylan should pick on the run and go forward. Gives it on to Arnie. Arnie has another chance. Arnie. First score of the game. Really confidence boost for Arnie. Great score from Trim. 113 Trim, 112 Kildalkey. Short puck out again towards David Keneally. Keneally down the sideline, chased by Mikey Cole. He'll get to him and he plays him. David Keneally falls off there to Paddy Potterton. Nice ball in from Potterton in towards Harry Cottrell. Harry taps it down to Rourke. And they're carrying out the ball. The Kildalkey full forward line are not at the races. I hope I'm not opening my mouth too soon, but they're between Evan Fitzgerald, Mark Healy. Ball back out here towards Conor Carney again. Carney with the left hand. Lovely score from Carney. He is the one on the full forward line that's doing the damage. That is 7 points from Carney, 5 from freeze, 2 from play. Out to Mark Malloy. Unlike Mark, he drops it. Ball back to Podger. Podger with the left hand. Drops it in towards Peter Farrell. Peter will grab it. Gives a nice ball out there towards Joey Cole. Beautiful stick work again from Joey. Down the sideline towards Joycey. Joycey and Marcin Doran having a great battle here. Marcin Doran picks the ball up. Turns to his right. Joycey the tough match during the week again. There it goes to Paddy Potter. Another ball in from Paddy. In this time towards Peachy in the goals. Peter just doesn't fails to grab it. Misses it and it's lying around in there. Did he lie in the ball? Did he pick the ball off the ground? No, Harry Cottrell comes out with it. Harry near the sideline. Really plays well. Out to David Murtagh. David takes it on through the tackle. Finds the ball there to Mark Malloy. Malloy takes it through the tackle. He's the striker. Gives it off there towards Josh. Josh and Brian Dowling. Brian goes out for it, but it goes out over the sideline. 1:13 apiece with almost 11 minutes gone in the second half. 4 minutes to the water break. Sideline to Paddy Potterton. Playing a nice game for Kildalkey. Paddy Potterton clearing a lot of ball. There he goes again towards towards Joey Cole. Jeez, the Cole stick work is great. Joey and Gary, their stick work is incredible.
Yeah, stick work from all the trim lads has been excellent tonight, and it really, as you said, when you play the better teams, you raise your standards, and it's really showed here tonight. Brilliant game so far.
Yeah. So game still in the balance here. 3 minutes before the next water break. Who's taking this one? Looks like Paddy Potterton again. One of the better Kildalkey players tonight. Him and Conor Carney maybe. Blocked out there. Conor Fitzgerald is robbed by him. Malloy gets in the ball. The most sure man, the trim team on the left side. Malloy gives it in there towards Mikey. If Mikey gets this, you can chalk it up. He has it. Mikey. Oh, is it a 70 or is it a...
Yeah, it looks like it's a 70.
Mikey struck it. It either went over the bar or was deflected out for a 70. One or the other. We're waiting on the decision. Pat walks into his umpires. I'm not sure if they're neutral.
Put the flag up.
It's a score for Trim. Lovely score for Mikey. That's Mikey's second score of the game. Trim go a point ahead, 114 to 113. Long puck or short puck from McCormick to Gary Kelly. This one goes long towards Harry Cottrell. Harry blocks again. He's blocking Everton. Great clearance by Gary Fleming. Ball down towards Arnie. Arnie in hand. Does he get it? Yes, he does. Third time of action. Well done. Now to Shawnee. Shawnee, lovely ball out towards David Murtagh. Needs to play it down the line. Gives it on down there towards Mikey. Mikey has it. Left side, 50 yards out. That's a score. It's a tremendous score. Brilliant score. Brilliant team score by Trim. All totally unselfish. All giving the ball to the right man, the right position. Short ball to Kildalkey again to David Keneally. Keneally nicely blocked. On come to Gary Fleming. One there by Joey Cole. Joey back to Mark Malloy. Malloy cuts to his right. Off to Mikey Cole, who's on fire now at this stage. Gives it. Can he get by Gary Cole? Just out over the sideline. 115, 113. Trim forwards are lovely players, aren't they?
Yeah, they're moving really well and out in front of the men every time, and they look a threat every time they get the ball. But it's just you can't take your eye off this game for a minute. I wouldn't like to be working at it for work, because you wouldn't have a chance to scribble down a score before the next one is nearly over the bar. It's
you're on
non-stop.
serious money with Reds TV, aren't you?
Well,
It's same as myself.
It's paying the mortgage.
Yeah.
It's not revenue, by the way.
Shawnee just doesn't get to that one. Malloy.
Only half it.
Just Malloy is brilliant at centre half back. Gives it on to Harry Cottrell, who hasn't put a foot wrong all night. I hope I don't put the clamours on him. Harry gives it off to Joey. Joey just misses the ball. Don't foul. Harry fouls him. Clear free from Harry for sure. No argument there. Kevin McKeown goes down on the ground, and Conor Carney will stand up to this one, seeking his 8th point of the game. like for the youngsters, Harry Cottrell at his age, he does just the simple things right every time.
Yeah, it's all you ask for from any player is to do the simple things right, and the better you get, start doing them at a quicker pace, and you can really see that with the young fellas. And you were kind of bemoaning the impact of the Kildalkey full forward line there a couple of minutes ago. I think huge credit has to go to that young full back line, and Rourke there as well are just doing a great job in snuffing them out.
So Carney faces his 8th point. He's 7 already on the board. Trim 1:15, Kildalkey 1:13. Almost a water break, 14 and a half minutes gone. Carney strikes, scores again. So 8 points for Conor Carney. Trim 1 point ahead, 15 minutes gone, second half. Still a great game, Flynn.
Yeah, great game, and Pat must be thirsty. He called for the water break there just a little bit earlier than he might have, but all that means is that we'll have a longer final quarter. But Trim doing really well. Point ahead. We'll get some expert analysis from our other Trim hurling legend here. Many senior hurling medals on the back of Jimmy Canty's Jeep here, lads. Must be 17 or 18, is it?
No, there's 13.
Between the three of us.
13 between the 7 seeds.
Yeah, 13 between the three of us. 13,
you got a communion medal once, didn't
13 senior hurling medals between the three of us on the back of this Jeep. And every one of them was hard earned, let me tell you. We worked hard. Never missed, never let the town down. You know, CJ was on about Rita watching and a few others watching there, the Trim legends, and
Mickey Fay is watching there.
I don't think there's anything else other than a Trim legend, but they are particularly special to Trim GA Club, and it's great to see the hurlers doing well here tonight. And it's, as we said earlier on, it's a real step up in class playing Kildalkey, and without being disrespectful to Blackhall again and Killeen, Trim are really hurling at a much higher standard here tonight. John, would you agree?
Yeah, absolutely. A fabulous game of hurling. Both two young teams, apart from I suppose Podger and Shawnee Heavy on the Kildalkey team. Yeah, Trim are hurling very well. Actually, you know, it's great to see the lads flying one touch, bang over the bar. You know, our 6 backs have been immense. In fairness, and Sean McGee has been outstanding. But I suppose you can't pick anyone out. They're all hurling well, and it's all to play for with 15 minutes to go here in Kildalkey. Kildalkey won 14, Trim won 15.
Yeah, and one thing that you have to commend with this, that the Brendan Davis Cup has brought, is it's given Neely Cole and the selectors there an opportunity to strengthen the depth in the panel, and the minors have really come in and they haven't looked out of place in any of the 3 games, really more than holding their own and hurling against some very experienced players in every round of this competition so far. So they're really doing well. Pat Gannon just having a chat there with Sean McGee before we get going, but he's just waiting on Pat Gannon's whistle. But we'll give you back over to CJ now to continue.
So Trim resume with the puck out from Peter Farr, goes long this time there towards Arnie McGee. Arnie challenges, geez, he almost won it in the air. One there by Conor Fitzgerald, but one back there by David Murty, who carries it on through. David's on the 21. Is he going himself or is he going to pass? He passed it, Bino, chalk it up, Bino. Oh, jeez, he should have scored that one. Does he get him a second attempt? No, it's a goal. Is it a goal? Referee's going to have to go in.
I haven't got a clue what's going
and
on.
Check out what's happening there. I thought Bino was a cert for the first shot. Did he get the second one?
Yeah. I didn't see that.
Did it go through the netting?
It deserves the goal.
Now there's going to be a collaboration. I don't know if they're neutrals or whether they're... I don't think there's a Trim man there. I don't know if they're Kildalkey. We'll get a decision now with a flag or a hand, one or the other. They still don't know. They're walking very slowly back, which makes me think there's going to be a green flag. No flag. White ball. Nice touch by Joey on towards Josh. Josh should carry this. He's going to be hooked. He does. He gives it off to Joycey. Oh, bit of a fumble. Sean, he'll step in. Oh, a little bit harsh. Jesus. Morchin goes down, and it's going to be a free where Conor Carney will step up, and he's been very accurate with his match. God, we could have put the game there. We should have scored, Flynn.
Yeah, in fairness, Bino, he didn't do anything wrong. It was a great block down, and I just kind of lost what happened in the scramble then after that. But I don't think I was the only one, the referee and the umpires, and everybody seemed confused by it. But yeah, if it wasn't for that great block, it could well have been game, set and match. Although the rate of scoring we're going here, anything can happen yet, CJ.
Conor Carney stands up to it, looking for his 9th point of the game. It's just from where he got another one. That looks to be curling, or is it? Oh, it's over the bar. He doesn't miss too much. So that's Carney's 9th.
Yeah, so Peter going short with the puck out there again.
Great puck out by Peter.
Lovely puck to Joey Cole. Malloy has a shot from a long way out. Just drifts into McCormick's hands. Gives it back out there towards Gary Kelly. Arnie goes, oh Jesus, this could be one for Trim. Beats Mark McCormick. Oh, they're playing with fire down there. Somebody needs to clear the ball from down there. Ball in there towards the centre, towards Marcin Doran, who takes on the tackle. Josh Harris is with him. This goes to Paddy Potterton, or is it? Oh, and a late challenge by Josh.
There.
Silly.
Very silly. And the game in the balance. I think there can be no argument there.
No, he came through the back of him now. He definitely made a connection there. I think he could be in a spot of bother here, Josh. I don't know. The ball had been cleared, whether he thought he was going to come in and get a quick hook on it, but he was a little bit late on David Keneally anyway. But I'd imagine, knowing Pat, a yellow will be more than enough here. Yeah, and yellow it is. So 1:15 each with 10 minutes to go. It's shaping up for a great finish here, CJ.
Sure is. But this will put. This is only 21 yards out. This will put Kildalkey 1 ahead. This is going for Conor Carney's 10th point of the game. I think he has 2 from play. This will be 8 from frees. Conor bends and strikes, and it's over the bar. 10 points for Carney. Puck out coming again. Kildalkey go 1 ahead. Ball down towards Josh Harris. Josh does well to gain that. Roger Gagan with Danny Coleman. Shawnee McGee slips in onto David Keneally. David with Danny Coleman. Ball in there towards Martin Healy. Martin has a shot.
Great save, Peter!
Lovely save.
My pudding!
Great save. I think this might be the first 70 of the game. Would you believe that? I think it's the first 70 of the game. So, Kildalkey are showing that they're a really resilient team coming back here from a couple of points down. It could have been 5 down if we got the goal, but now they're facing into the prospect of being 2 ahead. But this game is far from over. There is almost 5 minutes gone of the second period, which means there's 20 minutes gone, 10 remaining. Conor Carney walks slowly out to take the free from the 70-yard line. Great save by Peter Farrell there for a man just starting out in goals.
Yeah, the game has really ebbed and flowed, and Kildalkey went 3 points up at the start of the second half, and then Trim came back to get a point up, and now Kildalkey have a chance to go 2 up. But Peter, a brilliant save from Peter, and wouldn't be renowned as a goalkeeper in hurling, but he's really making a name for himself, and Charlie Ennis might find his place under pressure when he gets back.
Good hurler can play anywhere, Fergal.
Yeah.
Carney looking for his 11th, which he gets.
Oh, I know that only too well.
Kildalkey now 2 points ahead with 5.5 minutes gone of the last period. So there's 20 minutes gone in the second half. Trimmer losing shape there around the middle in the half-forward line. Joey Cole slips in. Shawnee gets it again. Nice little ball towards Dylan Farrell. Well, Dylan has missed quite a bit of hurling this year, and he needs a few more games. That's broken through, and out comes Rourke. Rourke slips it away, but Podger still on the ball. All experience coming with Podger, but really well run by Rourke. Rourke breaks through the tackle. It's on his left side. Hits the ball across to Gary Fleming, gives it back to Rourke. Rourke needs a big clearance. Rourke is fouled, is given the advantage back there to Joey Cole. Joey strikes it in towards Mikey, but Gary Kelly's outside. Joycey tries to rob him, doesn't get to him. Gary Kelly comes out with the ball down on the ground, no free, and Pat gives one there against the head in, and he's going to take Kevin McKeown's name for the late challenge, and he allowed the play continue. But I suppose Pat's half consistent on both sides, because he's given handy ones and tough ones on both areas. That was soft enough for Trim.
Yeah, but he has pulled up any of the niggly late stuff, in fairness to him. That was a late hit on a Trim defender coming out there, and also he picked up the late hit by Josh Harris as well. So he's been consistent, I suppose, on that end of it. So look at it, all adds to the entertainment of the game, doesn't it?
Sure. Just some changes on the Kildalkey team. One of the Rickards has gone in there, centre half forward. It could be Matt or not sure which. Padraig Gagan's gone in the corner forward. Mark
15.
Healy retains full forward
15's
position.
gone off.
Evan Fitzgerald has gone off. It wasn't Evan's night tonight. Joey's going to go here for his 4th point of the game. Lovely striker, Joey. This is about 55 yards out towards the village sideline, if you like, and Joey bends and strikes, and he curls that one to the right and wide for Trim's 9th wide of the game. So puck out comes long this time for Mark McCormick. I think now that they're ahead, they will be going long. Ball goes over, nicely blocked by David Burton. Josh Harris gets onto it, but it's a sideline ball to Kildalkey. There is 12 minutes left in the game. Kildalkey 2 points ahead, 117 to 115. Short ball taken.
I'd like to be buying minutes off you, CJ. There's 7.
7 minutes left, sorry. Somebody cuts in and
That's some score. Who scored
that?
that?
Scores the night from substitute, whoever he is.
Yeah, I think it's one of the records. Yeah, I think so.
No, that's not.
Wasn't it?
So Petey there hits the ball out towards Dylan. Dylan just misses the first time, cuts back in, shortens his hurl and gives it on. But Pat gives the free for a tug of the jersey by Conor Fitzgerald on Dylan. Trim need to score now badly to keep themselves in this game. 118, 115.
Step over, Joey, good lad.
Joey stepping up to it again.
Just the 9 wides are really starting to prove costly now, and when they were still only a point in it, you weren't too worried about them, but they're starting to rack up now. That last miss by Joey, just tailing to the right, so kind of hoping he nails this one, although the wind is picking up a bit now.
So Joey needs to aim for the left post this time. He missed the one on the right. There is a little breeze blowing from left to right. Joey's on the halfway line, strikes it for the left post. Is it drifting or is it over? Classy score from Joey, absolutely brilliant. Joey's 4th score of the game to put 2 between it. Still lots of time, 5.5 minutes remaining. McCormick will go along again. I think the word from Spuddy is don't hit it short anymore. Rourke's under this. Nicely done by Rourke, but it's won there by Conor Carney. Conor Carney turns to the left, has a shot from the sideline, and that ball has gone wide for only Kildalkey's 5th wide of the game. So Petey has the ball in hand, 5 minutes remaining, 5.5 minutes remaining. Sub coming on, Ryan Andrews for Trim. Not sure where he's going to go.
Arnie, is it? No.
Ryan.
Who's gone off?
I think Josh Harris is coming off. Ryan is going in centre back, is he, or full back? Ryan's going full back, Rourke's centre back, Malloy is going centre forward. Nice little move that actually. So to put a bit of emphasis out towards Malloy, missed by Martin Healy. Malloy still on the ball, no stick there for David Keneally, and it's Trim sideline. Joey's going to stand over. So 2 points in it with 4.5 minutes left. Joey's taking this on the side. Lovely ball down the sideline towards Brian's been quiet in the second half. Ball slipped through him by David Keneally. Oh, Mikey pulled foul. That was a stupid foul. There was no need to foul there. Man going nowhere. Ball will be cleared out from the cornerback position now. So Brian's a little bit quiet in the second half. He had a chance and
his buddy's on his laps. Yeah, he started off flying and really on fire, and just they've got the grips with him in the full back line there.
Ball towards Ryan, won really well by Gary Fallon. Playing a great match for Trim, delighted for Gary. David Murtagh's free over the far side if Dylan can find him, but out comes David Harmon, gives it on to Mikey Cole, gets it. It's back with Arnie. Arnie will have a shot. Will it level it up? 1 point between them, 1 point between them. Great score by Arnie, his second score of the game, just when Trim needed. 118, 117. What about my prediction for a draw?
Yeah, you're fairly bang on there. Another free money night for you, CJ.
Out there towards the middle of the field, David Murtagh wins it again. Ground ball, misses it, comes onto it there. Arnie's really come into it in the last 5 or 6 minutes, scored 2 beautiful points. Ball gone out over that sideline for a sideline ball to Kildalkey. There is 3.5 minutes left. there won't be much injury time, I think. Was there anything at all?
No, but he has when it restart.
3.5 minutes of real time left. So David Harmon looks like going to stand up to this sideline. Nothing in this game. 118, 117. Cracking match with big high ball in there towards the square, towards who's in there. No fouling should be the order of the day here, but it's fouled by Shawnee McGee, I think, was it?
It was a combination.
Arnie's down there.
Just when
Dylan.
Sean fouled that one. Trim just getting back into it with 2.5 minutes left, and every minute counts here, because it's going to be another top over free for Carney. It would be his 11th of the game. Pat Gannon has taken Sean McGee's name. Just a little bit of indiscipline at the wrong time there, Flynn.
Yeah, and I mentioned it earlier on, it was the same against Blackhall Gales, and consistently giving away frees that Conor Carney is just punished, and you just can't afford to do that, especially at a 1-point game and you're heading into injury time. You just can't afford to gift simple scores like that. It's very disappointing, but look, it's been a good performance from Trim regardless of the result. That's what this Brendan Davis Cup is about, is building momentum ahead of championship final, and if you can pick up the 2 points, even better.
Carney will be in for his 11th. I think he's got 9 from frees, 2 from play. This would put Kildalkey 2 ahead. It might need a goal from Trim, but I wouldn't write them off in a goal yet either. Carney, 2 minutes left. Carney strikes between the posts for number 11.
Give it to Ryan. Give it to Ryan.
1.5 minutes gone. Ball out towards.
He just hit it to Ryan.
Gary Fleming comes onto it. Gary had a super match for Trim tonight. Onto Mark Malloy. Malloy will give it back to Harry. What's Pat at?
Free to Trim.
Malloy will launch this one in. There's still a minute left. Flat ball towards Brian. Cut out though by David Harmon. Arnie slips in. Lovely by Arnie. David Harmon has no foul required. Back there to Martin Dorn, who clears his lines. Experience down the wing there towards Ryan Anders and Mark Healy. Ball goes out for a Trim sideline. There's still time. He's given 3 minutes, I think he informed. Yes, he's informed the line. There's 3 minutes left. So still plenty of time. Danny Coleman's on the ball. Gives it down there towards Arnie. Arnie wins. Well done by Arnie. David Murt is free. I think that'll be a Trim ball. This could be dangerous if we get in around the square.
3 minutes left. Still no time to panic yet. Get the ball in, put the ball over the bar, get your score, just win the next bucket. There's plenty of time left to get a couple more scores.
Nice ball in there towards Dylan Farrell. Dylan cuts inside his man David Keneally, drops it. Still cuts in, should be a ball across to 21, which it is. Joey Cole's in there, Brian's in there. Can he score? Great foot block there by McCormick, but it's picked up there by Kildalkey, and they're coming out the field. Man is running very far with it. No free given. Hand on the ground. This will be Trim need to take the free pretty quickly.
Still 2 left, so we're going to 34 on mine.
Would you go to you might know this, but Arnie has a top spin shot here for a goal. Some say go to Arnie. Joey Cole standing over it. He should tap it over. There'll be a minute and a half to go. This will be Joey's 5th point if he gets it. Joey needs to do it snappy enough and then attack the puck out and see can we get a leveler. This is Joey's. This could be Joey's 5th. You need to do it quick enough, Joey. Joey lifts and strikes. Lovely strike by Joey. 5 points for Joey. Puck out going to come slowly from Kildalkey. 119, 118. Cracking game here. Here comes Mark McCormick. About a minute left. McCormick will go along again. Out the wing there towards. There's 3 Trim, and over there Shawnee McGee should get it. Rourke is with him. He should go round that man and strike it long with the left hand. Gives it nicely there to Malloy. Oh, I was going to say right man had it, but he dropped it. Podger's on it. Blocked by Danny Coleman. Martin Healy's on it. Malloy has it again. Ahead of him is Malloy. Gives it on there towards Brian. You must win it, Brian. Brian wins it. There's lads running through. He takes it through the tackle. He's got him the free from advantage, and he takes a strike, but he's going to get the score anyway. Ball over the bar. Draw match. Gannon will blow the final whistle, guaranteed.
20 seconds left.
Won't play it, I'm afraid. I'd say he'll blow it. Great score by Brian. 119 each. McCormick is going to rush it now. 119 each. Watch Pat. Ball coming out. Ball still playing on. No fouling here. Bat out the ball. Ball goes through. Gary Fleming goes back. Gaz grabs it. Second attempt clears down the wing towards Arnie McGee. Arnie flick back in. Oh, jeez, unlucky. David Harmon will take this. Or will he have time? Pat still looks at the watch. The game really is over. 119. I think nobody deserves to lose this game, and that's what it is.
Game. Well called, CJ.
Cracking game, Flynn. And you might as well say it was probably a fair result.
40 scores, nearly every single one of them of the highest quality. Trim did really well. Kildalkey goal, their first score of the game. Every time that a question was asked to Trim, they came back with the right answer. Got 2-3 points down early in the second half, came back to go a point up. 2 or 3 points down again then in the closing minute, and came back, and Joey Cole showed great nerve, especially to that second free that he had from right in front of us here. He had missed one from probably a little bit closer just moments earlier, but showed great nerve to come in and
Don't commentary in the second half. It must be from the microphone and that.
come in. A great commentary to come in and pick, or great calmness and coolness to come in and be able to point that free then to keep Trim in the game. But I think a draw is a fair result. Both sides hurl really, really well. It's an exciting game to watch, CJ.
I hope you heard some of us in the second half. We just realised we weren't plugged in. But just to forward on, a cracking game, probably a fair result. And if they were all like that, we'd be covering every week and we'd have lots of viewers. But anything else to say before we sign off?
Yeah, sack the producer who never reconnected to sound for the second half. But
yeah, you know, I have to say it was a great game of hurling and a brilliant point by Bino to level it up, who's been quiet in the second half. But you know, I think we have to say it was a just reward for both teams in a cracking game of hurling. So well done to both teams.
Yeah, so just the final score here from Plunkett Park in Kildalkey. It's Trim 119, Kildalkey 119. Both sides remain unbeaten in this Brendan Davis Cup. As you said, a free week in the hurling next week. The next Reds TV production will be a massive game from St Loman's Park between Trim and Dunderry in the Curran Livonia. So hopefully you'll join us again, and fair play to everybody. We'd close up to 100 viewers there at one stage. So thanks to everybody for tuning in.